Okay, everybody, it is Saturday. The sun is up, the temperature is warming, and River King Greg called me for a little paddle on the Haw River, so I said let's do it. We're gonna go down here to Saxapahaw and just do a little couple-hour float down to Union Bridge. I just had a couple hours today. He just had a couple hours. He's never done that stretch, and he wants to take his wife Angie on it shortly. So we're gonna pave the way for Greg here, so to speak. So we're gonna meet down here in Saxapahaw, the little mill village, which is kind of worth a go if you've never been there anyway. We're gonna get a nice hamburger there from the general store, River King style, and then we're gonna put on the river and enjoy the day. So stay tuned, here we go. So we are here in Saxapahaw at Haw River Canoe and Kayak Company. And my old buddy Jacob's over here, he runs this thing now. You gotta stop in and say hey. The man, the myth, the legend, there he is, guys.
What's up? Hey,
This is Jacob.
Pete.
I found him homeless on the river with some friends one day, and now he's an expert kayaker.
Maybe like 4 years ago, 5, 7.
Probably 10.
10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Time flies.
Yeah. So yeah, literally he was learning how to whitewater kayak, and I found him, and I think I showed you how to roll. Took him to the whitewater park, and now he's bombing all the big stuff out in the mountains and running a kayak store. So
You taught me to roll at the Whitewater Center.
yeah, you learn, you roll or die over there. So
After you rodeoed my boat maybe 20, 25 times
yeah, yeah.
during the day, and I lost your float bag.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
all good. So
Nice
this
day
is
on the
it.
Haw.
This is his company, his
Beautiful.
nice little spot down here in Saxapahaw. So if you're looking for a little time on the river, this is the man to see. Haw River Canoe and Kayak. Yep.
We do it in Bynum as well. 15501. We rent, we guide, and we teach.
Rent, guide, and teach, Bynum, and here in Saxapahaw. So we just linked up with Jacob, just checking in with him, see how he's doing. It looks like he's doing great. Business is doing fine. He's got a lot going on. So now we're heading up to Saxapahaw General Store up here to get us a burger. They got a pretty mean burger. But I just want to take a minute. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah. Got a little parking space. This is the Eddie restaurant and the ballroom. And if you've heard anything about Saxapahaw, they got a pretty happening little spot up there. Very popular restaurant, and they bring in some big acts for entertainment on occasion. And pan around this side. They got a general store up here that sells pretty mean hamburgers, so figured we'd mix it up a little this time and get our burger before we went kayaking. What do you think about that?
Well, just in case we inadvertently spend more time on the river than we think we are.
Yeah, that's never happened.
No.
So Greg is over here ordering. If you're ever in Saxapahaw, come to the general store, get a hamburger. They got a popsicle up there with a cricket in it. That's the Applewood bacon. Applewood bacon, blue cheese bacon. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, something like that. Applewood bacon blue cheese hamburger. I think that's what it is.
And this is the farmhouse.
The farmhouse. So it's some pretty good stuff.
I think it's huge. That's a lot too.
Saxapahaw is kind of a neat town. It's kind of worth coming to, even if you're not paddling. They got a lot of hiking trails in the area. They got some the Mountains to Sea trail is going to be coming through here. But this general store is pretty famous for the food. So give it a shot. Come out here to the general store, get yourself a burger. All right, so they have a lollipop thing here with the cricket in there. I guess you can see that. It's called Hot Licks Cricket Sucker. This one's orange. So if you're looking for a lollipop with the cricket, they got it. What do you think? The good old Haw River. When I was a kid, I read books about exploring rivers in early America. And I've always had a fascination with water, rivers, lakes, the outdoors in general. And while there's nothing exceptional about this river, and I've paddled a lot of rivers, this is my river. I cut my paddling teeth here. It flows through my backyard, and I've paddled it from source to sea. While there's no way for me to know how many people have ever done it, I've got to be one of a few people that have paddled the entire 310 miles from the beginning of the Haw River through the Cape Fear River on down to the Atlantic Ocean. There's something about a river when you've paddled the whole thing and you spend so much time on it, it just becomes your river. I would sometimes drive for hours and hours to go west in North Carolina to get to the Whitewater. But on a bluebird spring day, a good friend, perfect weather, your backyard river's calling. It's nice to be able to put on and just enjoy the day.
Oh no! Found them. Yep, found both of them. Thing's been there hundreds of years. I gotta get that on film. All right, everybody, so what you're looking at here is a Native American fishing weir. In other words, it's a small dam they built that goes from river right to river left in a straight line to this peak right here, dead ahead of the boat right there. And that's where they would put their fishing basket and catch all the fish coming up and down. So look out for these on the river. It's usually a bunch of small boulders and V's or W's through the river. Pretty cool little piece of history. Been there for a long time.
Another treat on this particular run is bald eagle sightings. I've nicknamed this little stretch Eagle Alley. From Saxapahaw down through Jordan Lake and a little beyond, there's a very high concentration of bald eagles and ospreys. It's very regular a sighting to see one pick a fish out of the water or come around the corner and have a bald eagle eating a fish on a rock. This day and age, most people don't get to see that anymore, so if you're in for a quick bald eagle sighting, this would be a great place to do it.
If you need a more detailed explanation of this run, click on the link on the top right screen. It's part of the Haw River Guide series where I detail all the different runs with all the information you'll need to get out and enjoy them. Give me a black racer. He's got it. Ways fast. Did you lose it? Oh, you better go. You better go fast. I'm looking at a snake. Greg lost a paddle. I think we're good to go now. Hey, let me grab the front end, you grab the back end. Much better with two. How you doing back there? So it's a pretty steep event here. That's the only negative to this whole run is the takeout. On boat number 2 coming up the hill. Break. Cut. So we had a nice day. We had a nice couple-hour float down the Haw River from Saxapahaw to Union Bridge.
Yep.
Greg's first time on the run.
Yep.
He's gonna be bringing the wife Angie back. And the backdrop is Haw River Canoe and Kayak Company, as we discussed earlier. So perfect little place to kind of spend a day. A lot more to do than paddle. Mountain Seas walking trail, got a park, got a museum up the hill, a little repurposed mill that's basically a little community unto its own over here. So
Wonderful little place to come and have lunch.
what would you think about the, he got the farmhouse burger. What did you rate that one?
Excellent. A little overdone for my particular taste, but I think that might have been a miscommunication on my part.
I said medium well, he thought I said medium rare, so he said the same.
Yeah. So I like meat you could actually tell is meat.
I like burgers to
Burnt.
not be red on the inside. So
He likes briquettes.
I like not spending time in the hospital with E. coli, but it's just me.
You know, you get used to it.
You get used to it.
Military
right?
cooking.
Well, thanks for tuning in, and I don't know what we'll be doing next, but it'll be doing something.